Hello, Public Access presents All About Books with Paul Kinkade.
Welcome to All About Books. My name's Paul Kinkade, and we've got a wonderful show for you this evening. Tonight's guest is pretty special, there's no other way to say it. She's special. Our guest tonight is Trudi Hart. Her book is Barcode, Prison Pen Pals, and How to Get Them. Trudi, welcome.
Thank you so much. It's wonderful to be on your show.
Oh, most people say that. Now tell us, Barcode, Pen Pals in Prison and How to Get Them. How old were you when you got your first pen pal?
Oh, man. Let's see. I think I was 15 or 16, something like that. You know,
that couldn't have been more than 3 years ago.
You're full of laughs, man. You know, I was definitely really excited to get that first pen pal, and after that, you know, it just
kind of mushroomed?
Yeah, it was just so many people were just asking me, and you know, they just kept giving me gifts, you know, like, here, hide this in your purse, and will you call, you know, Tony for me and Gonzalez, and I said, sure.
Well, over the course of the years, how many pen pals nationwide do you believe you have?
Let's see. Living.
Yeah, yes.
I'd say maybe about 2,800, something like that.
The mailman must like you. Yeah.
Oh, not really,
yeah.
actually.
No?
No, I mean, I use a P.O. box now. I actually have several P.O. boxes, and I have.
Now, is it a little P.O. box, or getting that amount of mail? It must be a very large P.O. box.
Yeah, well, I have one on each side of the country, and then I have assistants who help me.
Assistants. So is this pen pal thing kind of a business for you?
It really has turned into a business, you know. I mean, I don't need my Social Security checks. I don't.
That's true.
I won't need unemployment insurance anymore.
So you're pretty much covered.
Just all covered.
You're covered. And with this first pen pal, this prison pen pal, how did you initially make contact with him?
Well, I was hanging out at the tire and lube place down the street on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Yes.
And I was just, you know, hanging out and learning a little bit about
lube jobs.
Changing the oil. And so Felix was one of the guys working there, and, you know, he said, man, you know, my brother's, he's been in prison for so long, and I don't know what to do. You know, I can't get in touch with him.
Was he kind of lonely?
He was so sad, you know.
And did his tale of woe touch you in your heart?
It really touched me.
In your Trudi heart.
In my Trudi heart. No, it was just so sad, you know. He couldn't go to Easter dinner or visit his grandma, and.
Okay, was his grandma even alive then?
I don't think she was, but
well,
I mean.
Then he wasn't missing anything, because grandma stopped baking a long time ago.
Exactly.
Well, so you contacted Felix's brother, and what was Felix's brother's name? Red. Of course. So you established him as a pen pal correspondence friend, and then,
Correct.
As you said, it kind of mushroomed from there.
Exactly. I mean, everyone on the block was asking me, like, hey, you know, I'll give you a little bit of this, you know, just on the side, and then if you'll, you know, send, you know, a few letters, you know, every once in a while, and then he can write you back.
And have you ever stooped so low as to send the same letter to multiple prisoners? I mean, because ultimately there's no way of them to know that they're getting a duplicate.
Well, you know, I do have a system.
Okay.
I do have a system.
Okay.
And, you know, it depends on which gang they're in, because I can't send the same letter.
That's a good point.
You know, a different gang. I mean, they get awfully upset. So.
Well, tell me, Trudi, out of all the prisoners that you've exchanged letters with over the years, do you have a favorite pen pal in prison?
You know, it's actually one of the security guards. But, I mean, he's in prison now.
He's in prison now.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Hello?
Hey, this is Snake calling for Trudi.
Hold on a second. Do you know a guy named Snake?
Yeah. How's Snake doing? Tell him I said
Yeah,
hello.
evidently Trudi knows you. How did you get this number, Snake?
Well, Trudi gave it to me before she went on the air.
Trudy gave it to you before we went on the air this evening?
Well, it was actually my assistant.
Oh, the assistant did. Do you have anything you'd like me to say to Trudy before we cut this call short?
Well, you know, I can't see her. I'd like to know what she's wearing.
What is she wearing?
Tell him I've got my automatic right here.
Okay, she's got her automatic right here, and that's all you need to know. Snake,
No, I want to know what she's wearing.
Yeah, we know what you want to know, but this is not that kind of show.
No,
okay?
but
Take it easy, Snake. Bye.
Yeah, he's got some mom issues.
He's got some mama, and is it fair to say that with all the male prisoners that you corresponded with, you might have some daddy issues?
Well, you know, my dad was in prison for such a long time. I think, what was it, like, I want to say 35 years?
35 years?
Yeah.
So
I mean, he's
you,
no longer
you
there,
never
but-
really got to know your daddy, did you?
No, we corresponded.
Did you ever visit him in prison?
No, not too much.
Did your mama ever visit him in prison?
Who?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh.
That's what I thought. Well, Trudi Hart, Juan, I believe we have a picture on file of Trudy's book. You want to show it for a second? Okay, thanks a lot, Juan. And thank you, Trudi, for joining us this evening on All About Books. I'm sure this is going to prove to be a popular show with our viewer and with a lot of your friends. And remember, I remember you told me, and I think it's a good quote in the book, when you have a friend in prison, you have a friend for life.
That's so true.
Thanks a lot, Trudi Hart.
Thank you, Bob. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too. See you next week, friends. Bye.
You've been watching All About Books with Paul Kinkade. You can find Trudi Hart's new book, Barcode, at the following shops: Crime and Passion on Main Street is featuring her book with a fresh new stock, and of course, Prison Clean Secretarial Services offers her book and signings on Thursdays. And of course, Ventura County Correctional Services is offering a free copy of Barcode with each first offense.